Commission, I repeated, still half smiling, my hand frozen in midair as the room erupted in polite laughter. My wife, well, my boss here, didn't even look up from her phone. "Oh no, honey," she said, voice sweet as acid. I gave it to Matt. He handled the investor follow-ups. "You'll get the next one." The words sliced clean through the post-deal euphoria. $25 million. 18 months of negotiation. Every clause, every zoning obstacle, every 3 a.m. call, mine. HR confirmed it an hour later. My name wasn't even listed on the commission sheet. It came from higher up, the HR director murmured, eyes darting to her glass wall office where my wife and Matt stood laughing. Matt grinned at me in the hallway. "Forgot to mention it," he said, tapping my shoulder like we were teammates, not thieves. That afternoon, I cleared my desk. Calmly. No shouting, no scene. Just silence, the kind that comes before something calculated. My wife, Emily, had once told me, "We'll build something together." She meant it, at least in the beginning. I handled acquisitions, she handled people. It worked. Our marriage mirrored the business. Polished, strategic, efficient. Then Matt joined. A charismatic closer she'd known from her MBA program. She swore it was professional. I wanted to believe her. The first signs were subtle. Shared laughter behind closed doors, text pings at midnight, business trips that turned into strategy weekends. When I walked into the conference room and saw her adjusting his tie, my gut tightened, but my face didn't change. By the time I closed the $25 million deal, I knew exactly what they were doing, both in and out of the office. The betrayal wasn't just marital. It was financial, surgical, corporate. 2 weeks before the deal's signing, I discovered Matt's name had replaced mine in the client ledger, quietly updated in the CRM logs by Emily's credentials. She thought deleting browser history would erase the evidence. It didn't. The deal I'd built from the ground up now credited lead, Matthew Clark. When I confronted her at home, she smiled. "You're overreacting," she said, sipping wine. "It's not personal. It's business." That line replayed in my head for days. Not personal. Business. That's when I decided my revenge would be both. I didn't rage. I researched. Over the next month, I used my clearance before resignation to quietly access company records. I mapped out every conflict of interest, every personal payment Emily had rerouted through corporate accounts to fund her leadership retreats with Matt. I copied files, but didn't expose them. Not yet. I registered a new LLC under an old shell name we'd once joked about using, Havenstone Development. Then I made one silent move that would haunt her forever. I purchased the adjacent property to our firm's crown jewel project under my new LLC. That land was crucial for zoning expansion. Without it, her project would stall. When she bragged about the upcoming Phase 2 to investors, I smiled from the shadows. Phase 2 was mine now. A month later, I reappeared at the City Planning Commission meeting, quiet, unannounced. My nameplate read, Jonathan Hale, Managing Partner, Havenstone Development. The room stilled when Emily saw me. The zoning officer turned to her presentation slide, confused. "Mrs. Hale, it appears the adjacent parcel, Lot 14B, is now privately owned. Without acquisition, your expansion proposal can't proceed." Her voice cracked. "That's impossible. We had exclusivity." "Actually," I interrupted, calm. "It expired 3 weeks ago." Matt's jaw clenched. Emily's face drained of color. In the days that followed, her company hemorrhaged. The investors backed out, the board launched an inquiry, and the whispers about nepotism and favoritism turned into formal complaints. Then I dropped the final file, anonymously. A detailed audit, complete with emails, transfers, and her signature on every unauthorized expense. Within a week, she was suspended. Matt resigned. She came to my apartment that Friday night, mascara smudged, hands trembling. "You destroyed me," she whispered. I tilted my head. "No," I said softly. "You destroyed yourself. I just made sure the paperwork reflected it." She looked at me, searching for remorse. There was none. "You planned this. From the moment you said, 'It's not personal.'" Her laugh was hollow. "What do you even get out of this?" I smiled. "Control of the property. And peace." When she turned to leave, I added, "Oh, and the commission." The city transferred the reallocation fee to Havenstone. You'd be surprised how much integrity is worth on paper. The company rebranded months later under new leadership. The tabloids called it the Hale Hartman scandal. I didn't comment. I didn't need to. I moved the project forward under Havenstone, partnered with new investors who valued discretion over charm. Sometimes I pass the old office tower where it all began. I see the glass windows where she used to stand with her coffee, commanding the floor like a queen. Now, her kingdom is just a reflection, mine. People think revenge is loud, explosive, but real revenge? It's paperwork, quiet signatures, strategic silence. They took a commission. I took the company's future. And the sweetest part? No one ever saw it coming.